This thing is the 12 South PowerBug. It was newly released, and when I got that email and saw it, I wanted to definitely check it out because I've been looking for different ways to charge my phone in other spaces like the bathroom or in the kitchen, and it's very nice and convenient. However, there is one thing that I wish it did better, and I want to tell you at the very end how it could be improved. So let's get started first with what this thing provides. So here you have a magnetic charging block. Don't think that this is a normal power block where you just plug it into a wall, supply the USB-C cable, and you charge your phone. No, you have Qi 2 wireless charging at the face of this block. So you can put your phone on the back of it. Here, I'll give you an example. You can just put it just like this, and it charges directly through the block. You don't need any additional cables. Same goes for portrait or landscape orientation. You can use this with any Qi 2 enabled iPhone or Qi 2 device. Make sure you have a case that supports magnetic charging, or the actual phone bearer also works. The next thing here is that you also have a USB-C port on the bottom that supports up to 35 watts of power. So if you're not using the magnetic portion of the charger, it has a full 35 watts directly to any device that you want to charge. If you have another device on top charging through the magnetic charging, then you only have 20 watts on the bottom since 15 is being used for that device. So that 15 watts of power is the max that you can currently get on an iPhone, for example, through MagSafe or Qi 2 wireless charging. So you get the full 15 at the top and another 20 at the bottom if you're doing two devices at the same time. So you have two options here. You can put your phone on the top, and then you can plug in another device like a HomePod or any other thing that needs to charge, whether in the bathroom, the kitchen, your office, wherever you place this thing. It's nice that you can travel with it as well because the prongs do fold up, so they don't take up any unnecessary space. You can just put it in your laptop bag or wherever you want to go with it, and it's really easy to just, store in there. This thing comes in two colors. You can either get the slate color or the white color. I chose the slate color. It looks pretty interesting to me, and it kind of just stands out to know that the wireless charger is in there since most outlets are pretty much white. However, if you just wanted to look really nice with the outlets, then you can go for the white version so it matches those outlets. Speaking about the outlets, this thing, since it's circular, it might take up two outlets depending on the type of outlet you have. For example, mine are the ones that are not standalone. They're together on one piece. So you pretty much plug this in and then you're blocking the other outlet. However, if you have two of these separate outlets, you possibly can have two devices plugged in, one into the bottom outlet and then this into the top, or vice versa. I don't have any of those here in my home, so I can't really check it out. I'm assuming since those have a little bit more space, you can use this alongside another thing plugged in. This can be used really nicely in the bathroom or in the kitchen. For example, in the bathroom, if you have like a smart toothbrush, you can put your phone on here and you can open the app for your toothbrush, or you can watch a video while brushing your teeth, or if you're in the shower, you can put your phone on here and then you listen to some music while your phone is also charging in those outlets that are in the bathroom. In the kitchen, it works for FaceTiming someone while cooking, looking up a recipe and having it displayed on your device while charging. It's really nice. And it also, because of the USB-C port on the bottom, you can charge any additional devices that are nearby as well. So you don't even have to look at your phone while it's on here. You can just leave your phone on here to act like a charger that everyone can use inside your home, because usually the kitchen is somewhere where everyone goes to. So you can have your phone on here or somebody else's phone to charge without having any unnecessary cables, and it can always be plugged into the outlet and not take up any additional space or clutter your kitchen with cables, because some people probably do have power blocks with cables all over the kitchen. This pretty much solves all of that if you just need to charge your device and not actually look at it. There is one drawback, however, I want to talk about here that I noticed. So when you have this plugged into the kitchen, for example, my outlets are of course lower, and then I have cabinets on top, so I can't really look at this really nicely from a close distance. I wish it had like a tilt function where I can kind of tilt my phone in either direction, but it doesn't because it just has the phone completely straight on the back of this plug. Maybe they can incorporate some type of tilt function that would help out a lot, especially me because I'm a little bit taller, but it may not pertain to you, of course, depending on how you'll be using this thing, depending on the outlets, your kitchen, the way the cabinets are set up. There's a lot of factors here, but for me personally, I wish it had the tilt function to make the viewing of my phone a lot easier while having this around. But like I said, if you're not viewing it, then you can use this just as a charger and you won't have to worry about that. The next thing is if it had an Apple Watch section on the top or some other way to charge the Apple Watch without having any Apple Watch cables, this would be an amazing travel charger, kitchen charger, bathroom charger. you name it, because of the fact that you can charge your Apple Watch and your iPhone directly through magnetic charging, and it would be an amazing, amazing product. I just wish they would make a version 2 of this to include that Apple Watch charger on the top or something like that, where it just allows both devices to charge together. If you have additional questions, please leave them in the comments and I will get to them as quick as I can. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description and in the comment section so it's easier for everyone to check it out. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Zanev Tech is out.